Welcome to a gentle yoga practice for all levels. And today we have a special request. Hank wants some help on his backswing. It is spring, and so we're going to work on twisting today. So this class is going to be a great practice for golfers, a great way to warm up before you go out and swing. And if you're not a golfer, twisting is great for digestion. So if you eat food, this practice will be good for you as well. So lots of twisting today, lots of cleansing, clearing out, wringing out with this practice. So find that comfortable seat, the one that just feels like grounding, settling. When you arrive here in this seat on your mat, close your eyes and breathe. And just feel yourself making the effort to be present, because it is an effort. It's a muscle we have to work, this being present muscle. Feel the pull away from here, from all the things. And exercise that muscle, resisting the pull away from here. You might imagine yourself dropping an anchor or tethering yourself to the shore so that you can be still for a while. Deepen your breath, and with each in-breath, feel yourself sitting tall, like you're just coming into a sense of dignity and purpose here. With each exhale, drop that anchor a little deeper. Inhale, sit tall, and exhale, plant yourself here. And as you're taking these next few breaths and continuing to work on being present, I'm going to share some words with you by one of my students, Ashley Finley. Come here. Find yourself a home in this place, a refuge from the grasping hands and unending demands that are always clinging themselves to your shoulders. Hold yourself at peace here. Find the light of you and steady it in your palms. Then drink it in, sip it like gold. Make your belly full of all that is precious and good and warm. Know that you are precious. In this place, dear one, you are the universe, ever expanding. Stardust and moonlight make up the bones of you. The cosmos know your name. This moment has always been yours. Time has brought you here for a reason, precious one. Offer up your breath, a sacred prayer of love. Meet yourself here and know that you are exactly all that you need to be. This moment, a mirror of gold, your crystal reflection looking back at you, asking you to be nothing but who you are. And you, drinking in your reflection, make a promise, a soft whisper to the galaxy. Simply say, I am here. Precious one, I am here. So here, bring your shoulders up by your ears, give a good squeeze through that trapezius muscle, and then press back and down. Feel your shoulder blades melting onto your back. And do that a few times. Up, back and down. And then alternate one shoulder at a time. We're going to really work a lot on shoulders, arms, and torsos today. So you will probably want a strap or a band. So if you don't have that, you can grab that at any time. And then reach your arms way up high. Take a nice deep breath in. On the exhale, right arm drops, left arm lifts. Let's wake up into that side body. Inhale, both arms lift. Exhale, lower, up and over. Side to side. So when you find the place in each pose where your body has reached its limit, has found its edge, then breath gets to take over. We find that edge, and then we just use our breath to come in with more softness. So let's explore that, holding this stretch on one side. Drop your right arm, lift your left hand toward the sky. And now the breath comes in and takes over. Keeping this arm straight, reach the arm out in front of you and let it gently cross to the opposite knee. And again, just pausing right here, let breath take over. Same thing with a straight arm, reach up toward the ceiling and then back toward the corner or the wall behind you. Let breath take over there. And then let's keep that arm straight, coming up and over to the knee, starting to move with breath and moving toward the corner behind you, making this nice diagonal line. And then inhale both arms up toward the sky. Slowly lower the left hand to the ground. Reach and breathe into this space. Check in with the difference between your right and your left. We all live inside two different worlds. And especially if you are an athlete, if you have a sport like golf, you're one-sided. Keeping that arm straight, slowly lower down. And breathe here. So just noticing the difference between your dominant side and your less dominant side. And without judging that, just acknowledge that's what happens when we do repetitive patterns of movement. Inhale the arm up and back. Find that corner space and breathe into the front of your shoulder. And then move with your breath. Exhale as your arm comes across the body. Inhale as that straight arm reaches back. Try to keep a softness here in your hand, in your elbow, less rigid, more smooth. And then both arms reach up. Take a hold of the elbows over your head and lengthen. So just grab a hold of the skin on the back of your arms and pull yourself up. Just make yourself tall here. We're just going to move the shoulders up and down. Framing your head and then coming down toward the ribs. Always stopping short of any pain, any sharpness. And then let's bring the elbows out in front of us, and with a light touch, just take a little twist side to side here. Like the washing machine agitate cycle. And we're going to go a little bit faster. You're going to inhale on one side and exhale on the other. keep the movement going, but switch the breathing. Inhale on the opposite side. And pausing in the center, extend both of your arms straight out in front of you, interlace the fingers, and you're going to notice that there's a natural way to do this. So just notice which thumb easily and naturally comes over the top. And then keeping these arms straight, we're going to rotate toward the right side. So you're just going to take a nice slow twist through the torso. This might be a familiar feeling. And although it's your hips are fixed here, so you're not able to go quite as far, but just feel what's happening in your shoulders. And then let those arms drop. Keep the hands interlaced. Press against the outside of the knee and look over your shoulder. And just feel what's happening in the muscles of your torso and your shoulders. Release the hands, let the palm come to the right knee and the right arm sweeps behind into more of a natural or traditional yoga twist. So now you get to use the leverage of your arms to twist a little further. And as we come back to center, both arms out in front of us, now we'll cross the awkward way. So the unnatural thumb on top. Sit tall and begin to twist toward the left side. Hold here. Feel a gentle stretch through the shoulders, work through the core. And then the interlaced hands settle on the outside of the left knee. Press into a twist here. It might feel a little frustrating because you're not able to go as far as you normally go. But we're working different systems, different muscles here. Release the hands, the palm comes to the left knee, and then the left arm sweeps behind, finding a deeper twist. Work back into that breath, tall spine on the inhale, dropping an anchor as you breathe out. And then ease your way back to center. Let's flip around to a tabletop position. Patting up under your knees if that feels better to your body. And instead of cat and cow today, we're going to move sideways. We're going to do some side body stretches. So we're going to start to look at the outside of the hip. So as you bend sideways, it's like you're looking over your shoulder toward the foot on the same side. Just moving slowly, feeling that lateral flexion of the spine. And you can take your knees just a little bit wider, put your weight in your left hand, bring your right hand behind your head, and on the inhale, twist your body open. On the exhale, pull that elbow down to the opposite wrist. We'll do that with breath a few times. Open and close. Feeling the core warming up. And this time as we come down, release the hand, scoop it through, palm up, come onto the right side of your head, thread the needle. Just take deep breaths here into the back of your shoulders. When your body finds an edge, let the breath take over. And bring yourself here, present to this moment, this breath, this sensation in your body. Gently rise, come back to a tabletop position. Readjust your knees if you need to, and then take the left hand to the back of the head. Inhale, open. Exhale, cross. Just feel free to bend your right elbow, to move your hips, to explore this movement. We'll go one more time, open, and then as you come across, reach that arm through, palm up, thread the needle, left side of the head down. And the breath makes its way into the back of the shoulder. Ease yourself back up to tabletop. Let's bring our knees a little closer together. Inhale, pull your body forward. Find almost like an up dog, but not quite. Just a little stretch across the hips. On the exhale, shift your hips to the left side and come all the way back to child's pose. And then straight up through the center, shift your hips to the right and then back to child's. And just starting to move with your breath here, you're drawing a heart with your hips. Kind of fun, huh? Forward and back, and just exploring those outer edges. Complete one more heart, and then hold yourself back in child's pose. Reach your fingers forward. Let's see if we can get a little more stretch through the chest, the armpits, the upper back. Start to swing your hips side to side like you're in a hammock. Again, noticing left side and right side, two different worlds within you. And coming back to center, tuck the toes, lift into downward facing dog. Start to pedal your heels. Put a gentle smile on your face. Your body knows when you're smiling that something good is happening here. So send your body the message, this is good. You can nod your head yes, shake your head no, this little inversion. And let's slowly walk the feet toward the hands. Exhale down into a ragdoll or a forward fold. Let yourself sigh. And then we'll lift halfway. Take a nice deep breath as your arms reach extended mountain. And then reverse that swan dive. Forward fold. Let's do that a few times. Open your arms up. Give yourself some space through the shoulders. Hinge from the hips. Swan dive. Moving slowly with breath. Starting to warm up. Move the energy through the body. And this time on the floor, go ahead and grab your strap, band, something like that, a belt, and bring yourself up to standing. I'm going to do some shoulder flossing this morning. You could even have a towel. Those work great. Okay, so take your hands a little wide. Beth is outside in her yard. Grab the garden hose, Beth. All right, so we've got the hands nice and wide. We're gonna lift the arms up high. Let the hands slide even wider and come behind you. So go as wide as you need to get that band up and over without any pain. I always have to start a little wider, and then as my shoulders warm up, I'm able to get the hands a little closer. I think this is a wonderful exercise that we could all do every morning when we wake up, just to maintain shoulder mobility. I'm noticing some of these poses that we'll do this month, we're going to do a lot of twisting. And as I haven't been doing these poses as much. And I've noticed that I've lost some of my range of motion. And that's what happens. If you don't use it, you lose it. So we're going to try to use it. Breathe into what you find there. Good. Lifting and switch. Just breathing into what you find there at the side of you. Beautiful. Back in the center. This is the not fun part. Come behind you and find the place where you have the most resistance, that little sticky spot, and hover there. Again, we're avoiding pain. We just want a good, deep stretch, and hover up and down across that place that seems a little sticky. Kind of like WD-40 right here. Good, and then release the band, set it down. Find mountain pose and just shake out your hands, relax your shoulders, and see if you have any more open space there. Let's take a nice deep breath in, arms reach. Exhale, swan dive, forward folds. On the inhale, step your left foot back, drop the knee to the ground. Pause for just a moment here in kneeling lunge. Good, and then the hands come to the inside of that foot. Scoop your right foot back to meet the left. Come all the way back into child's pose. Inhale forward, spin your elbows, and then lower your belly to the ground. Shoulders on your back, come up into Cobra. Pause here. See if there's any difference in the left side of your back and the right side of your back. And drop your chin, press back again, child's pose. And shifting forward, now the left foot steps to the top of the mat. Come into this kneeling lunge. Good, just feeling that. Tucking the back toes, lift the knee, and then step the back foot to meet the front foot. Forward fold. Inhale, press to a half lift. Let your arms reach behind you, airplane arms. Exhale, scoop down, reach up, extended mountain. And then cactus your arms open. Find that chest stretch, just like you were with the band, but now without the band. And bring your hands to your heart. Let's just go through that same sequence one more time, just a little more quick movement with breath. Inhale, arms reach. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, step the left foot back, drop the knee. Exhale, child's pose. We call this take a vinyasa. Inhale, forward. Exhale, lower thighs, hips, belly, and then chest. Inhale, Cobra, roll your shoulders back. Exhale, child's pose. Pause here, take a couple of breaths. Reach your fingers forward. See if anything's softening, lengthening, or opening here. And then on the inhale, come up to all fours, step your left foot forward, Nice. Dropping the back toes, lift that knee, and slowly come into forward fold. Inhale, half lift, arms reach behind, and then scoop up into extended mountain. Maybe there's a little back bend here. Cactus your arms. And then bring your hands to heart center. Turn toward the long edge of your mat and take your feet a little wider. Toes turn slightly out. And this is where the golfers get to laugh at me because, don't judge, I'm not a very good golfer, but we're gonna pretend we have a golf club in our hand. So again, cross to where the natural thumb comes on top. And we're gonna start small, right? We're gonna keep our arms straight and we're just gonna start to rotate from side to side. And then as we get comfortable with that, we'll lift a heel. Just lift the heel. If you actually have a golf club, you could grab it. And then we'll bring the arms up to shoulder height across the body, coming up onto the toes. And we can start to move backwards a little bit. It's going to feel different on both sides, right? So just let this be a little softer version of your swing where golf meets yoga. I'm going to come over to the right side and hold. We're going to bring those arms back just like we did when we were seated, and pause here to feel that stretch in the back of the shoulders. Try to keep both arms straight. Look over your right shoulder and feel everything that's happening around your right hip flexor, left hip flexor, left hip. And return to the center. Open toward your left side. Come onto the right toes. And as those arms stay straight and pull across, feel your right hip flexor, right hip. Look over your shoulder, behind you, and then bring yourself back home. Shake out your hand. Turn the toes just a little bit wider. Let's inhale to lift and exhale to lower. So we're going to kind of shake up and move around any of that energy that just got stirred up in there. These are called sunflowers. Move with your breath and make that H sound with your breath, creating heat, flow. One more time, reach tall, start to stretch up and over both sides, moving into that side body. Like a yawn. This is the stretch you do when you first get out of bed, right? That yawn. Reach to the sky. And let's take both arms straight up overhead. Turn towards your right foot and let the hands come down, finding yourself in low lunge. Once again, we'll drop that back knee, pointing the toes back. So we'll be on this knee for a bit. So if you'd like to put it some extra padding there, grab a towel. Those little gardening kneeling pads work great. Gail uses flip-flops for knee pads. Go ahead and press up onto this front knee, and we're going to find a little arch in the spine. So deepening across that hip flexor, lift the chest, lengthen up and back. You can stay here or reach your left arm up high. Breathe here. Feel this. And then bring your body a little more upright. So your fingers, your shoulder, and your hips and your knee are all in one straight line. On an exhale, straight arm crosses the body. And let the hand come to the outside of that right knee. Right arm presses to the low back. Come into your twist here. Keep your body stacked, head to knee, straight up and down. Use that straight arm to press into a little bit more twist. And the final piece we'll add here, if it feels good to your body, is to reach the right arm straight out to the side of the room and then move with your back hand into more of a twist. Feeling the back of that shoulder, the shoulder blade hugging in. Bring your hand back to your hip. Rotate forward. That felt like a really big twist, didn't it? Come down, fingertips to the ground, tuck your toes. Let's lift into a balance pose, 3-point balance. You're welcome to stay here or bring the hands up if you'd like to challenge yourself. All right, we're going into those IT bands. So as you exhale, this back leg crosses behind the right. And you're going to wiggle your feet wider. So it should kind of feel like you're standing on the outside edges of your feet. And we're going to walk the fingers around to the right. And if you went in the right direction, you should feel something in your left IT band and outer hip. Remember when we did those swings and we felt that all the way down around the hip? This is part of the body that limits a lot of our movement. And let's bring ourselves back to center. Uncross the legs, lifting halfway and slowly reaching the arms up. Let's find a little back bend here so you can reach or interlace. Lift and lengthen. Or the opposite of where we just were in our forward fold. And then slowly lower those arms down. And roll the shoulders. Good, everybody. From here, just hinge from the hip, step your right foot back, drop the knee. So our left foot is forward now. Same sequence, second side. We always want to give this big muscle time. When we rush in, it can stay tight and contracted. It needs our patience. Take a couple more breaths here, just in this hip flexor stretch, padding up if you need it. Using our front knee to bring us more upright. So line yourself up, head, shoulder, hip, and knee. Good. And now the right arm is going to cross to the left knee, and we have that arm straight, lifting through the crown, left hand on the low back. Start right there with the beginnings of a twist. Just think of wringing out your torso. So good for digestion. Body stays straight up and down. And if you'd like to add something for the shoulders, the left arm reaches right out in front of you, and then the back hand presses. Open to look over toward those fingers. Feel your shoulder, feel your chest, feel your belly, wringing things out. We are full on into spring now. So this is a wonderful time for spring cleaning. Closets and bodies. Clean it out. Let's ease ourselves back to center. Lowering the fingertips to the floor, tuck the back toes and find your balance. Hands can be on or off the floor. Just really noticing what the left leg is doing as it holds you here. And then we'll bring the right leg behind it, crossing. Widen your stance, so you're kind of on the outsides of your feet. Fold forward a little bit more and then walk your hands over to the left. Ooh la la. Good stuff, huh? Remember, when your body goes to its edge, add in the breath. The breath comes in to create a little more softness. And unwinding back to center, let's uncross the feet. Ooh, press to halfway, and then slowly rise up, extended mountain. You can reach up or interlace the fingers again. Just find another back bending pose. Heart open, chest lifted, arms coming backwards. And then return the hands to the ground. Okay, so let's step back again with our right foot. We're going to turn toward the long edge of our mat. If you need to flip around so you can see, that's fine. We're going to take a bend side to side and start to move to the inside of the inner thighs. So you can start up high, taking care of your knees, adjusting your feet. And if your body is giving you a green light, you could lift your toes, drop your hips a little lower into Skandasana. That does create a little stress in some knees. So listen to your body, back and forth. You want to start to create a little pressure on the inside of the knee with your elbow. You'll start to create a little relationship where your leg is leaning on your elbow is pushing into the knee. Let's get a little opening here through the inner thighs. It will help us with our peak pose for today, which is Marichi Asana. It's a deep seated twist. All right, so everybody come over to your left side, left knee, and just put some weight on that left elbow, left forearm, maybe even lean forward a little bit. So you're getting that inner thigh stretch. Shift over toward the right. Put some weight on the back of your right arm. And coming into center, all 10 toes to the side of your mat. Fold your body forward, rest your hands here on the mat. Just give your hamstrings a little space. Coming up to a flat back. If you would like to put a block or a pillow underneath your hands, you can here, just to make your spine a little more parallel to the floor. We're going to move into that backhand sensation again. So moving the back of the hand backwards into twist. Come to center and switch, leading with the back of your hand. As you do this, see if you can feel this more as a shoulder stretch, upper back strength, and a little less in your low back. So that might even mean that you're shifting your hips a little bit to get out of that low back strain. You're also welcome to put a bend in your knee as you twist. Go each side one more time. And release. With some weight in your hands, heel toe your feet closer together, come down to one knee, and then shift over to a seat. We're going to take the legs out in front of us. This is where we might want to strap. I'm going to take a little bind here. So I'm just going to lay the strap on the ground right behind me, and it's accessible through on both sides. Okay, let's start by bending our right knee. We're going to bring that knee as close to the body as we can get it. We're going to hug the bones in toward the torso, and then we'll twist to the right side. So take the left arm up, reach tall. As you twist, the elbow can touch the knee or hug it, and the right arm sweeps behind, backhand. And instead of putting that hand on the ground, let's keep the arm open. Sit tall, hug the knee, turn the head, and just pressing backwards. Just feeling how twisting really can happen in the upper back. Give me a thumbs up with that right hand. And we're going to lift that hand as high as we can without any pain. And then we're going to exhale that hand down until it touches the mat lightly. And do that again. Lift and lengthen. Exhale to look at your hand. One more time. Lift and lengthen. Exhale down. And return to center. All right, I think that shoulder is ready to try Marichi Asana C or 3. So you're going to hold this shin in nice and tight, bring the right arm up again, and now we hinge forward. So I want to see if you can get that armpit on the inside of the thigh. Turn your palm out and wrap the arm around the outside of your what is this? Leg. Then the left arm scoops around, and it's just going to see if it can find the right fingers. And if not, that's where we're going to grab this strap. And then you can just start to walk your fingers toward each other. Once you get a hold of a band or your hand, sit tall and then twist to look over your left shoulder. So this is the pose I was telling you that I used to be able to easily grab my hands around my leg. So if you don't use it, you lose it. I'm a couple of inches away now, so I need to get back to this practice of finding the mobility again through my shoulders. Pretty sure my 11 COVID pounds contribute to that as well. So just body parts change, right, over time. It doesn't do any good to hang out in what I used to be able to do. Let's release this because your hands might be falling asleep right now. Take the leg out. Let's start by shaking out the legs, shaking out the hands, and rolling out the shoulders. Okay, that's a lot of good stuff, huh? Let's go to the other side. Bend the left knee and sit tall. Hug the knee in as much as you can. The right arm lifts, and as you twist, either touch the knee or hug the knee. And then the left arm, backhand, is straight behind you. So you're kind of holding yourself here by holding onto the left leg. Deep breaths. And then give me a thumbs up. Inhale to take the arm as high as you can without any pain. Exhale, touch it down. Just moving with curiosity through the shoulders, finding ease, finding breath. And then come back to center. Hug that knee in again, hold on to your shin bone, left arm lifts high, and then lean forward. See if you can find the inside of your knee with your armpit, and wrap both arms behind you. If it's not quite there, you're gonna grab that strap. You use the strap to help you just inch a little closer. Once you get a nice hold on either a strap or your hands, sit tall and rotate to look over your right shoulder. And then breathe here. Be present to what your body is doing today. Not what it used to do, not what you wish it could do. But what's here today, that's your teacher. That's your mirror. What's here? What's present in this moment? With body, with breath. What's here? And let's slowly release this. Let the band go if you're using it. Shake your legs, shake your hands, roll your shoulders. Ah, my goodness. So come forward to where your heels are close to the edge of your mat. We're going to use our core to help us get to the floor. So fingertips forward, tucking the tailbone under. Come back just a little. Maybe a little more. And just let your abdominals slow your descent to the floor. If you need to grab your knees, grab your knees. Just take your time. And let yourself come to the floor. Your arms are going to open out into a T, palms up, and you might find that they are a little more ready to do that with all the twisting we've done. Let's bend our knees, adjust your back, take your pinky toes out to the edges of your mat, and then windshield wiper your knees. Drop the knees to the left and to the right. Let one knee chase the other. So the knee starts, you're almost in butterfly, and then the opposite leg is pulled across. Let yourself move slowly through this easy twist. And as the knees fall toward the left side, pause there, look over your right shoulder. And the body found its edge. Now use your breath to just soften around the hip, the waist, the IT band. Find ease here. And slowly switch. Come through the center. Both knees to the right. The head turns left. The body finds its edge. The breath takes over. Relax your fingers, your face, your jaw, your throat. Feel your shoulders letting themselves go to the earth. A gentle rise and fall of the belly. And ease your way back to center. And slowly extend both of your heels out toward the corner of your mat. Arms can stay where they are or come a little closer to your body. Let your shoulders decide their most comfortable place. Turn your head side to side until you find that place on the back of your head that feels like a resting place. Close your eyes and come here.
As we slowly transition to the meditation portion of today's practice, you may continue laying on your back. Surrender to your practice. Surrender to your breath. Or if you choose, you may gently find your way to your seat. Wherever you are, whether on your back or on your seat, just notice your relationship to gravity. And if you find that you're not able to join us in our meditation practice for today, Denise and I wish you well. Whether seated or on your back, I invite you to place a left hand on the place beneath your belly button, the hara, your dantian, your source of power. And place your right hand on your heart. And just feel your inhalation and exhalation for a few moments. Acknowledge what you've brought with you, as well as acknowledge how your body feels now that you have taken time to flow through the different asana postures of today's practice. Is there more opening? Is there more softness? Are there more places that need more softening? And if so, don't wait. Simply notice your thoughts. Notice your sensations. I invite you, us as a community, to open our mouth and exhale all the air out of our body, empty out. And inhale through your nose, fill up. And open your mouth and exhale with an audible sigh. Do this 2 or 3 more times on your own. Sweet sigh. And if you'd like to move through any other movements that your body is calling out to you, please be my guest. Go back to your own way of breathing. Settling in, from here, find yourself a home in this place, a refuge from the grasping hands and unending demands that are always clinging themselves to your shoulders. You may melt your arms back to your sides if you wish. Hold yourself at peace here. Find the light of you and steady it in your palms. Then drink it in. Sip it like gold. Make your belly full of all that is precious and good and warm. See if you can receive these next few breaths with an even more softening belly. Know that you are precious. In this place, dear one, you are the universe, ever expanding. Start to soften the sides of your body, your back body, to your breath, filling up. Stardust and moonlight make up the bones of you. The cosmos know your name. This moment has always been yours. Time has brought you here for a reason, precious one. Offer up your breath. Sacred prayer of love. Meet yourself here and know that you are exactly all that you need to be. This moment, a mirror of gold, your crystal reflection, looking back at you, asking you to be nothing but who you are. And you, drinking in your reflection, make a promise. A soft whisper to the galaxy, say, I am here. Take these next few breaths to truly embody what it is, what it means to you to be here. Offer up your breath, a sacred prayer of love. Be nothing but who you are, right here, right now. Bring awareness to the tips of your toes, through your feet, through your ankles, up your shins, through your knees, up through your thighs towards your pelvis. Continue to scan through your torso, up your spine, through your rib cage, through all of your vital organs, your shoulders, cascading down your arms towards your fingertips. Continuing on through your neck and up through your jaw, your ears, your cheeks, your eyes, your third eye, up through to the crown of your head. And linger here for a moment. This moment has always been yours. Time has brought you here for a reason, precious one. Cosmos know your name. And gently start to descend from the crown of your head through the whole of your body, through your shoulders, down through your torso, through your hips, back down through your powerful legs, until you make your way back down to the tips of your toes. Meet yourself here and know that you are exactly all that you need to be. Notice sensations all throughout your body, from your core out to your extremities and back to your core. Gently reawakening your fingertips and your toes with gentle wiggles. Then bringing movement up through your joints, with circling out your wrists and your ankles. Bending at the knees, windshield wipering from side to side. And with a deep inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Give yourself a nice, good morning stretch. And hugging your knees towards your chest. For a moment, being like a seed planted deep within the rich soil, and your exhale bursting forth, stretching once more, and rolling over to a side that is most supportive to you. Lay in fetal position for those who are on the floor. For those who are seated, continue to move in a way that is most organic to your body. And we all meet on our seat, taking your time, moving with ease and grace, finding yourself upright, rooted through your seat. Keeping your eyes closed, your palms open towards the cosmos, receiving the gifts of not only of your practice, but that of this community and the larger community of the human race and the living beings in this planet and beyond. Say something kind to yourself. And with an inhale, sweep your arms up overhead. Palms meet. And your exhale, resting your thumbs at your heart center. It's a gesture of gratitude and acknowledgement of not only your practice, but that of your dear precious ones. Your circle, this community and beyond. I thank you so much for allowing me to guide you all in meditation as always. It is my dear pleasure and delight and honor to do so. Thank you. May you all be safe. May you all be healthy. May you all be happy. May you all be peaceful and at ease. Thank you. And namaste.